Greetings, my fellow Xenogene warriors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, the first Wendigo. Episode 183, Rare Gene. Elebear and Zaleb are going to pop out pretty soon as well, so I'm going to also poll about what to do about them, because they'll be finished gestating in a minute. And somehow I just only now remembered to put Bryzit in with a shield belt. Don't know how that works, it just does. Let me do that now. I feel like I had just finished fertilizing eggs and yeah, here they are again. One thing I kind of wish you could do is to schedule prisoners on like a once every 29-day drug program so that you can avoid the whole, oh, they're going to die if they don't get yayo or flake. Of course, these are problems that only like a very tiny percentage of players will ever have, because most people don't have 50 prisoners in their colony. But yeah, that would be something nice. A little nice to have. Oh, here we go. The constructors are finally getting around to making room for the other mech boost. Can I use Nutrifungus for baby food to save power on hydroponics? Oh! Eevee. Yeah! We got great shooting! Damn! Finally! Oh, I've been after that for 12 years. I was like, why is Eevee unconscious? Oh, because we had scanned Eevee? Oh, and we had scanned Eevee for exactly what I wanted? Fancy that. I am going to have to reassess everybody's xenogerms in a second. Because, yeah, we finally have the ability to shoot things well. Why am I filling in the pathways behind the growth vats? Just because I don't want that pathway anymore. I'm just filling in the mountain in areas I don't need. And if I ever want to use the areas, I'll just, you know, excavate it again. So with that put in, yeah, let's go ahead and roll that out. So mass is going to be our first to be reassessed. So mass needs to get shooting, crafting, social. Those are the big ones. So here we go. Great for mass. Where are you? Oh my god, there's so many people here. There you are. So you only have robust. We'll give you... I'll give you what you need, which is shooting, social, crafting. Okay. I might even be able to ditch crafting, because you've learned 17 levels of it. So it's not super helpful to give you crafting at this point. And it saves me on genes considerably. Oh, you know what? I can't load a template while I'm doing crate for pawn, I don't think. It doesn't work like that. In fact, what just happened there? Okay, let me start this over because it broke or something. Create for mass. So, super fast wound healing. You already have strong immunity. I'm just going to let you keep that. Don't really care. Psychic doll. Very happy. Reduced pain. And super clotting. Dead calm, kind. Alright, there's that. You should be pretty. You're the only one that needs to be because you're the moral guide. So that would be strong social, great shooting. Those are the ones you really need. Attractive, dark vision. And we're at negative 17, so now I have to do the work of... I'd like to have you have quick study. That's a stretch. Awful mining, poor construction. Poor art and plants. Poor animals. I'm not going to give you awful craft, though, because I don't want to ruin your mechanitor abilities. Cook. Negative 7. So we're pretty close here to having this be acceptable. It doesn't give you very fast runner, however. That might be okay. I could also make them sleepy. I think I prefer Psychic Dull over Psychic Deaf. If I really need the points, I could do Psychic Deaf, but Psychic Deafness means that they won't benefit from being around Wendy, which is a really useful thing to have, considering Wendy's almost always happy. So it's a very powerful tool that I lose if I make them deaf to it. Mass, I'm also going to make you blue. I don't know. I want you blue. Negative 7. I don't think there's any more awfuls for me to use. I already have plants, art. Yeah, I already have all that. Shoot. One thing I've been looking for is... I could give you pyrophobia. That actually would probably be a problem. Weak melee isn't a terrible idea. The problem is, like, I often will have my meleeers use, or my ranged use melee anyway, from time to time. Just to knock people out or whatnot. Let's get rid of super clotting. And then... Do I not make you attractive? Is that how this will go? I could give you UV sensitivity. That gives me actually a lot of points to work with. Put super clotting back. And elongated fingers. And get rid of Psychic Doll. I kind of like Psychic Doll. Just so that when the Troners come, I'm protected. What do I got for 1 point? Partial antitoxic lungs. That's pretty useless. There's like not a 1 point thing to spend this on. Strong immunity. Or super immunity. I'll just give you super immunity anyway. Up from strong. Okay, so I like... Hey, here's mass. I like it. Let's do it. And then the next one will be low. Low can ditch crafting, just like mass did, but keep... Actually, you can ditch medical too, because you're already level 18, so that's not that helpful. So, low, you really just need to be a better shooter then. Let's take a look. You're sickly, so you absolutely should get super immunity. So that would be the one big thing for low. To counter sickly. So super immune, fast wound, dead calm, kind instinct, dark vision, great shooting. I think I'm going to keep you as great medical. If I can swing it. So -5 with this current loadout. You are missing reduced pain and robust. Robust is probably more important of the two. And I'm out of points. Yeah, low will keep the ears. At some point, if I have extra baseliners, I can try to separate out the floppy ears. I mean, it looks dumb, but like it's not going to cause any problems. I'll make you ugly. And then give you elongated fingers. So there we go. I think that's good. So you'll be good at medical and shooting, and you still will be robust. You won't have reduced pain, but as long as they play well, I shouldn't have my shooters get shot too often. I'll make you purple too, because I can. And I didn't give you awful craft, so you won't be a terrible mechanitor. Oh, poor construction and poor awful mining. I totally overlooked those. So I have more points, and we'll make you smart. Done. I like those two. Looks like you guys say, don't bother guarding Cosmo. That's kind of, you know, I was on the fence, but that's what I was leaning towards, because it's a lot of work for not a lot of pay. Or at least not the kind of pay that we care about. So back to the Nutrifungus question. That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I could. So it would be possible to use Nutrifungus as a baby food if I wanted to get rid of the grow lights. So I could have this farm be dark. Remove all the lighting and do Nutrifungus only. That would be a viable possibility. And I can pull on that if especially if power becomes an issue. So now this area is freed up for a lot more vats, and I'll be doing that pretty soon. Would that not be not to be reserved for the growth of... can you reword your question? I'm not sure I really understand it. Are you saying if I did Nutrifungus, that would reserve fungus only for fat people? Is that what you're asking? Because the answer to that would, of course, be yes. It would have me have rice specifically for colonist consumption and prisoner consumption, and then fungus for baby food. It'd be a little bit more to manage and balance, which would be the detractor. And then, of course, rice just simply grows faster in hydroponics than Nutrifungus does. So there'd be lower yields. It would just be less electricity expensive to do the Nutrifungus in the hydroponics. And then also I wouldn't even necessarily need to set it up like with sun lamp designs, right? Like I could just have rows and columns of hydroponic basins for Nutrifungus. So it's definitely a possibility if I struggle with power generation. Would it leave enough to feed the working colonists? I don't know. It's difficult math to do without, stopping and, like, pulling up Excel spreadsheets and figuring out, like... Because the other thing to consider is most of the colonists have really high metabolisms, but then also nuclear stomachs. It's like a level of math that is absurdly hard to do because of like continually changing variables. So I don't know, and I don't think anyone can calculate that, because by the time you're finished doing those calculations, more colonists will have been born that may or may not have nuclear stomachs, that may or may not end up in the prisons, that may or may not end up butchered by Wendy just for fun. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Looks like the other farms have space for their boosters. We're nearly done with this farm project, so I guess here is the next bit. Well, before I do the next big poll, I want to do the poll about Elabert and Zleb, because they're about to be ejected from these pods. They're nearly of age. They are... Oh, no, they still have 3 quadrants left. Okay, so I'll do the big poll first. Here it is. What to do next? Mech bosses, breeding program, pillage ancient dangers, loot ancient complexes, trade with other settlements, reassess the xenogerms of colonists, which I'm kind of already doing given the great shooting that I extracted out of Eevee. Assessing to retire colonists or viewer suggestions, which would then open up the suggestion box for all of you. So the boosters don't perfectly cover all the growing slots, but it's pretty good. It covers... So once these are done, I'll have maybe 90% of the farm covered, which is close enough for me. Which one is it to make new mechs? It would be number 1. Gestate new mechs. Wendy up in 1.3 days. Do I have smelt slag in here? I do. I don't know why I have it twice, though. Are the farm zones zoned properly? That's a good question. Probably not. Definitely not. So these new farms were entirely colonist planted. Thanks for reminding me about that. Because, yeah, my farming bots have the most restrictive zoning out of all of the bots. They're really only allowed to go where the farms are and where the rechargers are and nowhere else. But it's fixed. Oh, that's bad timing. Getting the traders when both Mass and Wendy are out. Well, Bri, it's up to you. And I got to do this quick because it's really, really, really cold. So I think if I wait, they'll leave because it's too cold. Are the lifters correctly zoned? I'll check in just a sec. They're not set to lifter zones though, but I haven't. Oh, glad I saw that. I don't have lifter specific zones right now anyway, because there's no high priority hauling anywhere in the map. Hey, bud. With that in mind, let me get rid of the lifter zones. So I have bunker, which is like forced inside. Paramedic bot, which I haven't been using, I'm gonna get rid of. Fight zone I use, recharge I use, behind the walls I use, and farm I use. And then bunker, I think I'm gonna keep them out of here. And then I'll expand bunker into the new farms in a minute, because this hijacked. So someone's on a smoke leaf joint binge, but I'm at a smoke leaf, so good luck to you. You're gonna have some problems, I think. They do have an Insane Lance and Shock Lance, it's nice. And I can sell them all of Bryzit's art projects, because Wendy is not the type to pin it up on the fridge. She don't care. All right, looks good. The other thing I wanted to do is to donate eggs. So I'm going to flip-flop this zone so I don't donate the ones I want to keep. And it looks like you guys want me to reassess retiring colonists. So I will do that in just a minute. This is going to take a sec. So these are all the embryos that are not viable for gestation. Nice and clean now. So we've got some lances that need hauling. That's not so bad. Can I buy gold, or is there a mining spot? There's like 5 mining spots. So it's pretty low on my list of things I need. I don't think I'm going to buy the steel. I will. Whatever. Make it a little bit easier on my miners. Pale. Cat ears. Nope. What is my 39 is the relationship? There we go, 88. That's a very evil number. Who are you? What are you doing? Dying of hypothermia. Yeah, you better go home. I could use it to override the flop ears in the most inefficient way possible. True, I could. I don't think I'm going to, but yeah, I definitely could. And yeah, the trade caravans are going to leave immediately because it's stupid levels of cold. One of the other benefits, now that I actually have soon-to-be implanted passions of shooting, is I can level up real fast from these side trainers that I've got banked. So my shooters that are going to get a lot better very quickly. Be a bunch of 20s once the xenogerms are done. So we do have lows. I think that was out here. It's one of these. Yeah, here it is. Order implantation. Oh god. There you are. I've been waiting on those xenogerms for a very long time. Or the side trainers, rather. So I'm still waiting on Great Social. Humaness and Very Attractive. And then on Eevee, I can get rid of Great Shooting as a wanted gene. So I'll click off of it because I already have it now. So on Eevee, I'm waiting for Red Eyes, Unstoppable, and Awful Art as an isolated one. Because I have Awful Art as it's paired with Awful Plants, but not separated. So if I want one and not the other, you know, it'd be nice to have both of them separated out. So 3 here and 3 here. Bangface, are you coming to do the surgery? Or wherever you are? No? You're recharging? Yeah, no, go work. Very soon I'm going to be out of space for human meat, as we're filling the shelves pretty quickly. And I bet my wealth is skyrocketing. No, it's actually not that up. I did just sell a whole lot of stuff. I gave away, like, mass amounts of corsets, which accounted for a sizable amount of colony wealth. Did Low... Where is Low? I said that I wanted to operate on you, but then you wandered away. There we go. Stay there, don't leave. We're just reshuffling your genes. I am very quickly running out of medicine and herbal medicine, which is not great. I could rely on glitterworld meds, but I'd rather not. So after this surgery, I'm not really going to have medicine for another one, or like for more than one more, because we're doing masses as well. So given my surplus of rice, next, maybe right now, I'm going to do a huge run of heal root, trying to get like a massive surplus, and then I'll switch it back. So I'll have 3 farms of heal root. Lo, you're purple. All right. Lo, the purple surgeon. And you have a shooting of 19, so I don't think you're going to need a side trainer. I think you're fine. Yeah, that's gonna be life changing to be able to get good shooters. Now, some of the colonists that are shooters also have genetic nearsightedness, and that cannot be corrected. There is no... I don't believe that there is a anti-gene for nearsightedness. There's no, like, farsightedness or corrected vision. So, for individuals like Rogi, they're just sort of stuck being nearsighted. And the best thing you can do is just skill them up to 20 and hope that their skill outpaces their accuracy, and then maybe, like, give them bionic eyes. Yeah, we're getting purple people eaters. That we are, slowly. Dom as well is purple under the skin here. I think, yeah, I believe you're purple. Hard to tell. And Wendy should be up any minute. Oh, no, not any minute, but 18 hours. It's not bad. So I think mass is done in here somewhere. Yep, there it is. So mass, let's go ahead and implant mass. Well, maybe wait until we kill these bugs. Noisy boy. Alright, Mex. Just be inside for a second. I have so many more brawlers than I have shooters that it's actually a little weird to try to fight the bugs. Brazit, what? Who is that? Nitro leak? Yeah, Brazit, put them down. Straight up. Brought a human to a bug fight. Very awkward. So I don't have a lot of shooters that are available right now, because, like, one just went through surgery, one is having a mental break, and then Wendy, of course, is death resting. So we're just gonna have to smash this, this raid here instead. Oh, and Zaleb is out. That does lead me to have to ask this question: what to do with these new colonists? So Zaleb here is a 1, 2, 3, 4 female. So colonist, prisoner, or organ donor sacrificed. I'm actually just going to have to be colonist or prisoner. So here is what to do with Zaleb. Super immune, reduced pain, robust, cold tolerant. You guys decide. And then in a minute here, Ella Bear will be out too. And then I'll be able to put in new embryos in there. Alright, they're dead. And I probably ought to rescue you. Actually, no, this isn't a cold room anymore. Used to be. So, for food, cannibal fine meals, anything. Okay, yeah. Those settings look right. That was weird. Bang face. Jetpacked Zaleb. Okay. Not expecting that. I was like trying to follow where they were rescuing, and then it was all like, jump! Alright. If you thought it was that urgent, sure. Rager, why are you in here? This is not an appropriate spot for a Rager. Zleb, your hair is very, like, Elvira. or something. Marge Simpson, but white. It's interesting. So Mass is getting the gene implantation. Zleb is going to remain a colonist. All right. So Mass is a very capable shooter now. No problems there at all. As is Low. As is will everyone, pretty much. So I do have to queue up a xenogerm for Zleb. Zleb could go either way, actually. Zleb could be a shooter. In fact, I have a lot more brawlers than I do shooters, so I might want to push towards that direction. That also reminds me, I need to readdress the baby xenogerms, because the baby xenogerm does not include great shooting anymore. So I'm going to want to add that into the baby xenogerms going forward. I'll probably not re-implant the babies that are in there. Just because pulling them out and using medicine, which I don't currently have a surplus of, seems unreasonable. But future embryos that get born healthy or recover can get the improved ones. So next up, what to do with Elebear once Elebear's out. So Elebear will be out in a minute. Elebear is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 female. So colonist or prisoner? Either will work. And Zaleba, I'm going to turn you into a shooter. So you don't have any traits that really matter to me. That's fine. So you start with super immunity with poor shooting. Super fast wound healing, super clotting, Psych Doll, very fast, happy, quick learn, dark vision, great shooter. Okay. Looks pretty solid. Dead, calm, and kind, and they'll have to pay for that somehow. I'm going to override your super immunity with strong immunity. Make you unattractive. Make you blue. Is there any awfuls to add? Poor construction. So that's done. So I could cook this up. Because I don't think there's any other awfuls to add. Yeah, this will work. Let me just double check. Reduce pain, robust. Very fast runner, very happy. Quick study. Great shooter. Yeah. Hope I didn't make any errors. I tried to go through it pretty quick. The other thing I could start to reassess is those that have been brawlers that don't have nearsightedness could become shooters, and then my shooter that has nearsightedness could become a brawler. So Rogi could be retooled to a brawler with the nearsightedness gene, and then any of my brawlers that don't have bound weapons could become shooters if they aren't nearsighted. So I could start to reshuffle a little bit based upon genetics. I'll leave that pod. It's fine. Adding some new pods in. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 28th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, as well as a link to Twitch. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos.